All right. All right, guys. In this video, we're gonna go We're gonna go over link strategy. We're gonna talk about a lot of stuff here. It's gonna be a very, very basic overview because this stuff takes years and years to master, and it's always changing. So there's tons of different ways you can do it. You can get online and search for backlink strategies 2018, and you're gonna get a few of our buddies and a couple of other guys, and they're all going to say a little bit different things, but it all gets you to the right path the right goal as long as you're doing the right thing. So let's go over this quickly here because I don't want you to fall asleep. So in this video, we're specifically talking about number 5 here. So you'll see number 5, link strategy, that nexus development. That's what we call it in-house as our own personal twist on things, and it's going to take you from an amateur who has no idea how to do this, or the company has no idea how to become an authority in a space, to a professional. So once you master this, you got it. You're going to win. You can go and set up any company because you know how to run a company. You know how to build a company. And then you can just dominate the online marketing once you have these stages done. So let's jump in. We're talking about link strategy here. So why do backlinks matter? What types of links and the safety behind links? How to reverse engineer your competitor success. So if you see Joe Schmo's Plumbing over there and they're ranking number 1 in a city where you want to go dominate, you can go and look at their backlink profile and mimic that and basically create something better. And I'm going to show you how to, we're going to talk about how to do that here. I'm not going to go crazy in detail. And that's, you do those couple things and you can, you've really just reverse engineering your competitors and really knowing what's going on when you look at it. You can define a game plan pretty simple. So, why backlinks? So backlinks are basically the veins of the internet, the blood, you could call it. So, different sites rank because their website's set up perfectly. We've talked about OnPage. We've talked about the perfect WordPress website. That's phase 1, and then it's a popularity contest beyond that. So you can tell Google everything you want them to know about the company and the services you provide and where it's at. But then you need people to back you up, and the way that Google determines that you're an authority is the veins of the internet, which we call backlinks. So basically, out there's a blog or a news article written about you, and it's got a link back to your website. It says Joe Schmo's Plumbing. I don't know why I keep using that, but joeschmosplumbing.com. You click on that link, it comes back to, let's pretend that's your website, and that's a backlink. So Google's going to go out and read all of those links. They're going to read what's the content on that page that is around that link. They're going to read the titles, the metas, images, URLs, very similar to the on page on your website. They're going to read that site. They're going to read the sites linking to that site, and they're going to develop a kind of a game plan, a collage of the different things going on, and then you're getting points for every single one of those. So as long as you're doing things in the right direction, you're not doing things sketchy, there's no adult content or weird crap pointed to your website, which does happen, you're going to be in a good spot. So why do they matter? We just talked about that. Power, trust, authority, and relevancy. So that trust and relevancy and power, we already talked about authority. Those are all kind of going hand in hand. So relevancy is our niche specific sites like Home Advisor or Yellow Pages used to be a thing. I'm drawing a blank. There's a bunch of different directories and stuff that are niche specific, or maybe have whole different elements on their site or sections on their site that are dedicated to the industry that you're in. Business listings being one of them. Citations, which we've already kind of talked about in the Google Maps section of these videos. You're getting that relevancy from them. They're high authority sites, they're already trusted, and they're powerful, so they're pointing that stuff at you when you get a link from them. So let's talk about link types right now. So there are a ton of them. They're always evolving, always changing. If one works and it happens, and yeah, well, there's many different types of links out there. There's good ones and there's sketchy ones. There's just plain bad ones. So the bad ones are used mainly from bad people out there that attack other people. You don't want anything to do with that. If you get attacked, it's probably because you're popular and someone's jealous. Luckily, Google doesn't pay too much attention to it these days, but it can harm you in certain ways, and there's ways to clean that up. Then there's those good links. There's those ones that you build naturally that because people are talking about you, people love you, people love your services, your products. So, and then those are all external links. So those are all links happening off your website and they're pointing back to you. And then there's internal links. So the internal links are the different pages on your website pointing and directing people to, so I'm reading a post on your website, a page that's all about carpet cleaning or water damage, and it says go over here and read more about this, whatever the topic is. Those internal links are showing Google that you don't have a few pages just floating in the middle of nowhere on your website. They're all interlinked and they're important, and they all add to the message. Those are really important. So internal, external links, and then let's talk about external links and the different types of external links. So there's going to be a whole bunch here. We've got directory sites, which are very similar to those business listings. Be careful because there's also, cheaper black hat style spammy stuff that, people might contact you for, trying to get you listed on some sketchy directories. Maybe we can talk about spam checks and stuff down the line, because there are good and bad versions of all these. Forums are great. People are already on forums. I know a lot of people are using Facebook and stuff these days, but forums still exist. They're still relevant. There's also comments. You can go on blogs and leave comments. You're going to get a certain, they're not as powerful. They still work, all these types of things. You can go out and contact the site and say, how much is it going to be to display some advertising or some different content on your website? And you can negotiate a plan for rental or paid type of links. All of these have really good versions and really bad versions, so just keep that in mind. Outreach. You can reach out to people and say, hey, I've got some content on this. I think it would be really beneficial to your blog. And then inside of that, you add a little link back to yourself. They know that, of course. You don't want to do anything sketchy. Private blog networks. These are something that got, really poo-pooed a few years back, and they still kind of have a bad name. But like every single one of these, there are really good versions and really bad versions. The really good version of private blog network would be basically people picking up other businesses that they own and using their websites as kind of a network. There are really, really, really crappy versions where, it's just really glaringly obvious that these are terrible websites, and maybe they're all under the same IP address or something. There's bad versions of all these. I'm going to keep reiterating that, but there's also really good versions. So guest posts are very similar to outreach. Maybe somebody contacts you and says, hey, we've got a position, we want to write about you, those type of things. Those are very, very basic understandings of all of those, but they're all really important because they all can still be used in 2018, 2019. They'll be available in 2025 as long as Google's still relevant and, Bing and Yahoo and all those other guys are mimicking Google. So the next thing we need to talk about is that competitive analysis, the competition analysis. So really, these are the things that we're going to look at. We're going to use a tool like Ahrefs or SEMrush, or there's one called SERPT that I'm not sure is completely public yet. There's Raven tools. There's so many of them out there. Ahrefs is my go-to. We also use SEMrush a lot. And then we have some proprietary tools that we use as well. But basically what you're going to be checking is the quality of backlinks going to those top ranking sites. You're going to check them out. You're going to look at those referring domains. You're going to see what those domains are like. What's the content like on those pages? Are they good? Are they bad? Are they ranking with completely crap content or really, really bad links? So you know that you can do a great job and just dominate. Or another thing you want to look at is domain rating. You're going to use a certain tool and you're going to say are they a DA or a DR21 and I'm a 15 and I gotta grow? Or you kind of gauge that way based off how many links are going to and the value of their content. Now, this is something that you kind of learn over time. It's not something you can just jump into. You just kind of have to do trial and error and have a lot of mentor sessions and coaching for you to understand, because even the software tools don't really break it down for you perfectly. But that's something I'm kind of proud of, is that we break that down into everyday speak, I believe, in our video analysis and our different competitive analysis for our clients. So a little subtle brag there, sorry. Anchor text ratios, you're also going to look at all those links, and what that link says on said blog is going to be called an anchor text in the SEO world. So anchor text ratios are imagine you're compiling all of those links and what they say, and you're gonna have a bunch of brand name, you're gonna have a bunch of URL links, you're gonna have all different types of things, and you're gonna watch those percentages, and you're gonna make sure that nothing's out of whack. So maybe your competitor's ranking with only 1% of the keyword, but you know that if they had 2, they would be in a better place. That's a very weak example, but this is another thing that you just kind of have to learn over time. And then you're going to look at on-page optimization, and you're going to do a very similar thing to what you did. On your website, you're going to look at your WordPress website, or hopefully WordPress. You're going to make sure that you've got everything set up perfectly, or in this case, you would be doing the analysis before setting up your website. But you're going to look at them, make sure that they've got holes in their game, because if you check all 5 of these, you know that they're going to have, probably 50% of those have things wrong with them that you can do better, and then you're going to improve upon that. Oh, we had it backwards. What are we analyzing? We already talked about. Okay, so determining a link strategy. Basically, takeaways from this video. I know this is kind of short. I like keeping them short and sweet. Sweet and short, whatever you say. Domain authority, number of links going to that page, that site, on-page optimization. Those 3 things are going to get you so far in this world. The plan. So basically, the plan is to level the playing field by optimizing your website better than the competition. Then you're going to determine the number of high-quality links you need to build. Lay out the perfect anchor text ratio. We've talked a little bit on both of those. You're going to build until you rank, then build a little more. So what we like to do is build out a campaign and put it on schedule. So we're building X amount of links per week, per day, per month. And we know that we want to do this over 10 months in order to hit our goals, or 12 or 18, depending on how big the campaign is. So that things are happening naturally, they're flowing, and you're not just spiking up. And it would be impossible to build really high quality links, 100 in a day, but you're not spiking things and setting off a bunch of red flags for Google. Next thing you want to make sure you're doing is tracking everything. So use spreadsheets. I believe we have a download available at some point in this. It may not be attached to this video, but we'll have a collected email or something where you can get an example of our link spreadsheet, how we do things. Ooh, actually, we might not give that one. That's pretty secret sauce, but we'll have examples. Just keep track of your links, keep track of the anchor text you're using, when you're posting, check your rankings, all those different types of things. So all of that stuff really works together, and it's super, super important. Now, I know this video is short, but take notes. You can come back and watch it. Do some things, ask some questions, try, fail a couple times, and then try some more, and you'll get there. So if you have any questions, or you want a pro to handle this situation for you, go to movingmountains.com or movingmountains.com. Sorry, don't go to .com. That's not us yet. We're still battling for that one. But movingmountains.io/schedule. And you'll get a hold of Josh or I, get on the calendar, and we can work out the next steps. All right, man. Have a good one, guys. Later.